Государственный флаг Российской Федерации и знамя Победы! Смирно! Для встречи слева!
Entering Red Square is the national flag of the Russian Federation and the symbol of victory in the Great Patriotic War, the victory banner of the 150th Idritska Rifle Division. "76 years ago, this banner, raised over the captured Reichstag building, marked the final victory in World War II. This was the time where Nazi troops were finally defeated. That meant that the victory was ours. Today, the Russian national flag and the victory banner are in the safe hands of the young generation, upholding the legacy of war heroes. Sergeant Anton Mikhailov and Sergeant Dmitry Monasterov. The Color Guard units are led by Major Maxim Malachov and Major Alexei Ryklenko. When the war began, hundreds of thousands of volunteers joined the army to fight Nazi Germany and defend their homeland. The unparalleled heroism and valor they showed while defending Brest, Odessa, Sebastopol, Smolensk, Tula, Leningrad, Moscow and Stalingrad upset the plans to swiftly crush the USSR. We will never forget the contribution of the home front workers to the great victory. They labored selflessly to restore our country's manufacturing capabilities and to supply the Red Army with the weapons and military equipment it desperately needed. The sons and daughters of war heroes, all the Russian people, honor the victory banner and the veterans of the Great Patriotic War, who liberated our homeland and all of Europe from the so-called brown plague of fascism. At ease.
встречи слева.
The Minister of Defense is joining the parade, and the troops will be greeting him. Inspecting today's parade is Russia's Defense Minister, Hero of Russia, Army General Sergei Shoigu. Leading the parade is Commander-in-Chief of the Army of the Russian Federation, Army General Oleg Salyukov. Defense Minister of the Russian Federation, the troops of the Moscow garrison, to mark the 76th anniversary of victory in the Great Patriotic War, are ready. Army General Salyukov reporting. Review of the troops begins. Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu will now inspect and address the Combined Army Regiment of the Russian Armed Forces. Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu addresses the troops and congratulates the troops on the 76th anniversary of the victory in the Great Patriotic War. Today, Russian troops are constantly improving their combat skills, learning how to operate new weapons and military equipment and use them to maximum efficiency. The army continues to play the leading role in ensuring national security and protecting Russia's national interests.
Здравствуйте, товарищи! Поздравляю вас с 76-й годовщиной победы в Великой Отечественной войне!
The defense minister is now inspecting a combined regiment of the Russian Airspace Force. Russian pilots, air defense and airspace troops have demonstrated high efficiency during surprise checks and stand ready to perform their duty and defend Russia's airspace.
Здравствуйте, товарищи! Поздравляю вас с 76-й годовщиной победы в Великой Отечественной войне!
The Defense Minister is now inspecting parade formations of the Western Military District, Signal Corps, Military Police, Russia's National Guard, and the Ministry of Emergencies.
Здравствуйте, товарищи! Поздравляю вас с 76-й годовщиной Победы в Великой Отечественной войне!
The Defense Minister is now addressing the parade formations of the airborne troops, engineer troops, the nuclear, biological, and chemical protection troops, and strategic missile forces.
Здравствуйте, товарищи! Поздравляю вас с 76-й годовщиной Победы в Великой Отечественной войне!
Next, the Defense Minister is addressing the parade formations of the Russian Navy, Federal Security Service, railway troops, Russian National Cossack Society, female troops, cadets of the Suvorov and Nakhimov academies and Naval Cadet Corps, as well as the young army patriotic movement called Yun Armia. There are more than 12,000 servicemen and women participating in today's victory parade. Army General Sergei Shoigu has finished inspecting the parade formations and is now heading to the central stand to report to the Supreme Commander-in-Chief of the Russian Armed Forces, Russian President Vladimir Putin. Comrade Supreme Commander-in-Chief of the Russian Armed Forces, the troops of the Moscow garrison are ready for the parade. Minister of Defense, Army General Sergei Shoigu reporting. Thank you. At ease. Citizens of Russia, dear veterans, soldiers and sailors, sergeants and ensigns, army and navy officers, generals and admirals, congratulations on Victory Day. It's a victory that has an historic importance, huge importance for the destinies and fate of the entire world. It's a holiday that has been and will forever be a sacred one for our nation. We've defeated Nazism, we crushed Nazism. We are successors to the generation of the winners. And we remember that generation. We are proud of that generation. Dear veterans, we bow to your valor and thanks for your love to your homeland. You've proved that only if you stand together, you can do the unimaginable. You've defended your homes, your children, and your homeland. And that was an overwhelming victory. And you've immortalized May the 9th, 1945, that will be forever remembered and written down in the history books. And it's the Soviet nation that did that. In the darkest hour, our nation stood as one and determined the outcome of that war. And they fought till the very end. They laid their lives in the most arduous battles on the ground, in the sea, and in the skies. People of all backgrounds and religious affiliations fought for every inch of the land, for the Moscow lands, Karel cliffs, and the Caucasus Mountains, the forests of Vyazma Novgorod, the rivers of the Ukraine, and other lands. And we know that there are many cities like Moscow and Leningrad, Minsk and Kiev that are called hero cities: Murmansk, Tula, Odessa, Novorossiysk and Smolensk, Sevastopol and others. The people on the home front provided all that was necessary for the victory. In the Volga district, in Siberia, in the Far East, in Kazakhstan and Central Asian republics, people toiled selflessly to provide the machinery that was needed to crush Nazism. A lot of people were evacuated. People had to leave their homes. Today we pay tribute to the entire generation of heroes and courageous workers. We remember those who fought as guerrilla fighters, those who were partisans, so-called partisans. We remember those who stayed in the concentration camps, the enormous suffering of people in the occupied territories. The war has claimed so many lives. The lives of sons and daughters, fathers and mothers, grandfathers, husbands, wives, brothers, sisters, comrades in arms, relatives, friends. We mourn the veterans that are no longer with us. We now hold a minute of silence. Friends, dear friends, this year we're marking the 80th anniversary since the beginning of the Great Patriotic War. The 22nd of June 1941 is one of the most tragic pages in our history. The enemy attacked our country. That enemy came to our land to kill, to sow death and suffering. That enemy wanted to topple the political regime, the Soviet system. And they also wanted to exterminate or a state or a nation, to wipe out from the map or different ethnic groups. But we answered the call of duty. Our nation wanted to do everything to defeat and crush the enemy so that those perpetrators and criminals could face justice. The Soviet nation rose to the occasion. The Russian nation liberated Europe from the brown plague of fascism. It showed its prowess, its might, the might of its swords and weapons. It's why their wives waited for the messages from the front. That is the symbol of the love for the families, for the relatives. The nurses fought both on the battlegrounds and in hospitals. Back in 1941, 4 long and arduous, daunting years were still ahead. The war claimed the lives of the younger generation, those who were never destined to be born. The war brought so many tears, tragedies, and suffering that we cannot remember that. And there are still those who are still harboring some aggressive plans. Cynical claims of ethnic superiority were heard. Xenophobia was rampant. There were agreements previously made to prevent wars, but these agreements were crushed. Wars are made to give us insights and lessons. But these lessons are forgotten, and some still to distort history. And it's not just international terrorists and radical groups that do that. There are still those who really are ugly heads, those who took part in the punitive actions in World War II, those who try to rewrite history and try to whitewash the destinies of those who have blood of the hundreds of people, thousands of people. But we know what real history is. Every family has grandfathers and great-grandfathers who fought during those times, and we know what true history is. We will forever protect our national interests and protect our nation and our courageous armed forces, the successors to those winners and the great victory will serve for that cause. We will do everything to protect and ensure the prosperity of our lives, prosperity of our families. The veterans serve as a great role model for us, for our deeds and for our thoughts, and in our future feats. Glory to the nation that defeated Nazism. Happy Victory Day! Hooray! You can now hear the national anthem of the Russian Federation.
военному маршу!
General Oleg Salikov now opens the parade. And army units will start marching in a couple of moments. General Oleg Salikov is now giving commands to the battalions.
Шагом марш!
You can now see the army battalions on Red Square that are slowly proceeding, following the car of General Oleg Salikov. Entering Red Square are students of the highly loved Moscow Military Musical College. The parade formation is led by college principal, Colonel Alexander Gerasimov. The drummer squad sets the marching rhythm for the parade. The color guard units march across Red Square carrying the state flag of the Russian Federation, the victory banner, and the banner of the Russian Armed Forces. The color guard units are accompanied by the honor guard of the 154th Preobrazhensky Independent Commandant's Regiment. We can now see the banners of Red Army regiments awarded the Order of Alexander Nevsky during the war. The new generation upholding the legacy are now marching on the parade. This year marks the 800th anniversary since the birth of Prince Alexander Nevsky, an outstanding military commander who protected Russia from invaders. Here comes the parade formation of the Suvorov Military College, led by Colonel Oleg Igorikimov. Suvorov Military College cadets traditionally participate in all Victory Day parades. Joining the parade now are the cadets of the Suvorov Military College located in the city of Tver. The formation is led by Colonel Igor Kozadaev. The college opened its doors in 1943 and gave its first students, living through the times of war, a roof over their heads and invaluable experience. The parade formation of Sevastopol's Nahimov Naval Academy is led by its principal, Counter-Admiral Alexander Popov. We now welcome the young cadets from the Kronstadt Naval Cadet Corps. The parade formation is led by Captain First Rank Nikolai Dovbeshko. The school's curriculum preserves the best traditions of naval cadet education and training. Joining the parade are the top members of the Yunarmia, the Young Army Patriotic Movement. The parade formation is led by Daria Borisova. The movement has more than 800,000 members, enthusiastic young men and women across Russia. Now joining the parade is an army regiment of the Russian Armed Forces. First in line are cadets and officers of the Combined Arms Academy. The parade formation is led by head of the academy, Lieutenant General Alexander Romanchuk. 24 front commanders and more than 80 army commanders learned military science at the academy. More than 2,000 alumni of this prestigious military school became heroes of the Soviet Union and the Russian Federation. The parade formation of the Military University of the Russian Defense Ministry is led by Major General Vladimir Lugovoy. The university is the leading humanitarian and military school in the country, training specialists well versed in political and military fields, military psychology experts, legal professionals, and interpreters. More than 300 graduates have been awarded the title of the Hero of the Soviet Union and Russia. Joining the parade is the formation of the Krylov Military Logistics Academy led by Major General Vladimir Konovalov. In the course of the war, the academy graduates were instrumental in the strategic, offensive, and other military operations. Joining the parade on Red Square are the Marshal Vasilevsky Air Defense Academy cadets, led by Principal Lieutenant General Gleb Yeryamin. And during the war, anti-aircraft gunners spared no effort to protect the population from enemy shelling. Today, the Academy trains officers for state-of-the-art air defense missile systems. A combined female parade formation consists of cadets from 5 Russian military schools. These are future logistics officers, military psychologists and interpreters, legal and financial experts, officers of the Russian Airspace Force and Signal Corps. The formation is led by Major Maria Vasilyeva and Captain Svetlana Zykova. Today there are more than 40,000 women serving in the Russian Army. Joining the parade is the Russian Airspace Force Regiment. These are officers and cadets of the Zhukovsky and Gagarin Air Force Academy. The parade formation is led by the principal, Colonel General Gennady Zibrov. Over the course of the Academy's 100-year-long history, more than 1,500 Academy graduates became heroes of the Soviet Union and heroes of the Russian Federation. This year marks the 60th anniversary of the first human spaceflight accomplished by Academy graduate Yuri Gagarin. Today, the Academy trains officers in a number of fields related to military aviation and electronic warfare. The parade formation of the Mozhaysky Military Space Academy is led by its principal, Lieutenant General Maxim Penkov. Academy graduates are leading experts in military airspace engineering. The Academy is the main school and research center that trains uniquely qualified airspace specialists. Marching across Red Square is a combined regiment of the Russian Navy. First in line are cadets of the Admiral Kuznetsov Naval Academy, led by Captain First Rank Andrei Klimenko. Academy graduates make up the core of the leadership in the Navy. More than 30 Academy graduates became heroes of the Soviet Union and heroes of socialist labor. The parade formation of the Nakhimov Black Sea Naval Academy is led by Counter-Admiral Alexander Grinkevich. Over the years, the Academy has trained more than 20,000 Navy officers. There are more than 20 heroes of the Soviet Union and Russia among them. Joining the parade are the Marines, represented by the 61st Kirkenes Naval Infantry Brigade of the Northern Fleet. The parade formation is led by Lieutenant Colonel Ivan Solodky. This generation of Marines continues to protect Russia's Arctic territories. They are followed by a combined regiment of strategic missile forces. The parade formation is led by Major General Andrei Morozov. It comprises cadets from the Peter the Great Military Academy and its Serpukhov branch, two strategic missile forces schools. This year, the Serpukhov branch of the Academy is celebrating its 80th anniversary. Academy graduates are taught to operate all types of strategic missile systems, including both mobile and stationary Yars systems. Thanks to their training, strategic missile forces officers are capable of effectively tackling any challenges threatening Russia's national interests. The airborne troops are proudly marching across Red Square. First, we see the cadets of the Margelov Guards Higher Airborne Officer College, based in Ryazan. The formation is led by college principal Colonel Ruslan Yevkadimov. The Margelov College graduates have always been one of the best in the Russian armed forces. Here comes the 331st Guards Kostroma Airborne Regiment of the 98th Airborne Division, led by Colonel Oleg Shmelov. This regiment was the first to be designated as a shock regiment in the Russian armed forces. The parade formation of the Moscow Border Guards Institute of the Federal Security Service is led by the Superintendent Major General Valery Kozlov. Marching today are grandchildren and great-grandchildren of border guards who took the brunt of the enemy offensive at the very beginning of the war. Joining the parade is the 45th Berlin Guards Combat Engineering Brigade. The formation is led by Colonel Roman Brikulski. Military engineers played a key role in many successful defensive and offensive operations in the Great Patriotic War. The parade formation of the Marshal Timoshenko Military Academy of Radiation, Chemical and Biological Protection enters Red Square. led by Academy Superintendent Major General Igor Yemelyanov. The Academy graduates apply their knowledge to successfully perform their duties. Joining the parade are the cadets from the Budyonny Military Academy of the Signal Corps. The formation is led by the Academy Superintendent. This is Lieutenant General Sergei Kosterov. Over its 100-year-long history, the Academy has been training commanders and engineers for the Russian Army Signal Corps, as well as for more than 40 foreign states. They are followed by railway troops, represented by the 38th Independent Railway Brigade. The parade formation is led by Colonel Igor Orlov. For more than 170 years, railway troops have swiftly and successfully accomplished even the most demanding tasks. Entering Red Square now is a parade formation of the military police, led by Lieutenant Colonel Vitaly Pikalov. Military police officers carry out special operations both in Russia and abroad. The parade formation of the Emergencies Ministry's Civil Defense Academy is led by its Superintendent Major General Viktor Panchenkov. All over the world, the Academy graduates are considered among the best in terms of response to emergency situations and saving lives. The parade formation of the Dzerzhinsky Independent Operational Purpose Division, Russian National Guard Forces Command, led by its commander Major General Dmitry Cherepanov. After the parade of 1941, soldiers from this division left straight for the front lines to defend Moscow, and in June 1945 they threw German military banners on the steps of Lenin's mausoleum. Joining the parade is the National Russian Cossack Society, represented by the Kuban Cossack Host and the Don Cossack Host. The formation is led by Cossack General Nikolai Daluda. For hundreds of years, Cossacks had defended our homeland, explored new territories, and protected our borders. Today, Cossacks continue cherishing old traditions, educating younger generations, and serving Russia. Now, a formation of the Western Military District soldiers and officers is marching on Red Square. Entering the square is a parade formation of the 2nd Guards Kalinin Taman Motor Rifle Division, led by Colonel Sergei Medvedev. This division received its baptism of fire in July 1941, defending the city of Smolensk. The Taman Division was one of the first to be awarded the title of the Guards Division for courage and valor of its soldiers and officers. It was them who liberated the Northern Caucasus, Crimea, the Baltics, and Eastern Prussia. During the war, 34 soldiers from the Taman Division became heroes of the Soviet Union, and 5 were awarded the Order of Glory of all classes. Here comes the parade formation of the 4th Guards Andropov Tank Division. It is led by its commander, Major General Vladimir Zavadsky. For its battle excellence, during the operations in the region of Don River, this division was awarded a special title, the Kantemirevsky Division. During World War II, the 4th Guards Tank Division made its way from Voronezh to Prague. On its banners, there are 23 war decorations. Over 70 years, the division has maintained strong bonds with the Cossacks. Thousands of them served in the 4th Guards Tank Division throughout the years. Joining the parade is the formation of the 27th Sevastopol Motor Rifle Brigade, led by its commander, Colonel Dmitry Aksanov. In World War II, the brigade contributed to the liberation of Crimea and the Baltics. For their heroic deeds at war, 13 members of the 27th Brigade were named heroes of the Soviet Union and Russian Federation, and 2 of them became full cavaliers of the Order of Glory. The Moscow High Military Command School cadets are the last ones to march through Red Square in this part of this parade. They are led by Lieutenant Colonel Vadim Isakov. The history of this school stretched back for over 100 years. 600 of its graduates have become generals. As many as 5 came to be marshals of the Soviet Union. 109 graduates have been awarded the titles Hero of the Soviet Union, Hero of Russia, Hero of Socialist Labor. Today, the Moscow Higher Military Command School is a cutting-edge military institution that trains exceptionally high professional officers for the Russian Army. The military orchestra members are leaving Red Square to give room to armor. The combined military orchestra of the Moscow garrison provides the musical accompaniment for the parade. Merited performer of the Russian Federation, Major General Timofey Mayakin is the conductor. For each parade formation, the orchestra performs a separate composition. And now, with their motors roaring, armored vehicles are entering Red Square. The column combines both World War II military equipment and state-of-the-art armored vehicles. Today, more than 190 pieces of armor will be parading through the square. The 1st Guards Tank Army has the honor to open the motorized part of the parade, featuring the best World War II tanks, T-34-85s. The formation is commanded by Lieutenant General Sergei Kisel. During the war, the 1st Guards Tank Army had made an invaluable contribution, helping to advance victory. Captain Sergei Gramov is leading the parade formation of the legendary T-34-85 tanks. Now, modern pieces of military equipment are entering the square. The first in the parade column is the 45th Guards Special Forces Brigade, driving armored vehicles with enhanced protection. Typhoon PVO, prime for air defense, and Typhoon VDV for airborne operations. It's equipped with a remote-controlled combat module. Captain Ivan Rozhenko leads the formation. Entering the square is the 15th Guards Shavlinsky Motor Rifle Regiment of the Taman Division, led by Major Dmitry Tsiganov. The column features BMP 2M infantry fighting vehicles with the Berezhok combat module and the latest generation of heavy IFVs, Kurganets 25 with an Epocha module. You can now see the 27th Guards Sevastopol Motor Rifle Brigade showcasing the BMP-3S, the main infantry combat vehicle. The parade formation is led by Major Igor Matveyev. Infantry combat vehicles have proved to be a reliable partner for motor rifle regiments. The T-75 B3Ms, the main battle tanks, are entering Red Square. It's the 1st Guards Chertkovsky Tank Regiment, the Taman Division, which bears the name of Marshal Katukov. Captain Rasim Tagiv is leading the column. The regiment was awarded 6 war decorations. Next is a formation of T-80 BVM tanks with Gers turbine engine of the 200th Independent Motor Rifle Brigade. It's led by Captain Alexander Karnishin. The brigade is deployed in the Arctic, keeping our northern borders safe. Entering Red Square is a parade formation of the latest pieces of military equipment of the 27th Guard Sevastopol Motor Rifle Brigade, led by Major Konstantin Usoltsev. It features 2 types of tanks, T-90M Proriv, Breakthrough, and T-14 Armata. Here come Russia's missile and artillery troops. Lieutenant Colonel Alexei Yurikov is leading a division of high-precision Iskander-M missile systems of the 112th Guards Novorossiysk Missile Brigade. The brigade has been awarded 7 military orders. One of the decorations is the Alexander Nevsky Order for successful operations, such as the liberation of Novorossiysk crossing the Dnieper and the Oder and the Berlin offensive. Crossing Red Square now is a parade formation of the Tornado S multiple rocket launcher systems of the 439th Perikop Rocket Artillery Brigade, led by Captain Veniamin Pryatkin. The brigade keeps the good old traditions of the legendary Katyusha rocket launchers regiments. An artillery formation is represented by a column of the 236th Artillery Regiment that features 152mm self-propelled Msta-S and Koalice SV howitzers. The parade formation is commanded by Major Vitaly Tolochka, equipped with a unique fire control system. These highly advanced howitzers guarantee maximum precision and rate of fire. Entering the square now is a parade formation of the air defense systems of the Russian army, led by Major Sergei Orekhov. We can now see Tor M2 anti-aircraft missile systems of the Guards Tarnopol Regiment of the 4th Kantemirov Division and the Buk M3 missile systems of the 53rd 3rd Air Defense Missile Brigade. The latest generation of the air defense missile systems is capable of neutralizing any incoming threats. Next are the air defense systems of Russia's airspace force. First in Red Square are Panzer S air defense missile gun systems of the 612th Guards Kiev Regiment, led by Major Sergei Shishkin. For its success in military operations, the regiment was awarded 5 war decorations. On Red Square, you can now see the S-400 Triumph anti-aircraft missile systems of the 93rd Guards Air Defense Missile Division, commanded by Major Andrei Zhiltsov. Thanks to its advanced characteristics, the S-400 Triumph is the best-in-class air defense system. It's capable of intercepting any air and space targets. Airborne troops are marching on Red Square now. Up front is a parade formation of the 106th Guards Tool Airborne Division, led by Major Denis Bushkov. BMD-4M. That's the latest generation of airborne combat vehicles. These IFV is second to none in terms of speed, firepower, and airborne mobility. Next is the 137th Guards Razan Airborne Regiment, featuring upgraded multi-purpose armed personal carriers, BTR MDMs in the parade formation. Their nickname is Rakushka, or Shell. It's led by Captain Ildus Altenbaev. You can now see the new TAS-1A, an upgraded model of the heavy flamethrower system. It's operated by the 1st Mobile Brigade of the Troops of Radiological, Chemical and Biological Defense. The formation is led by Captain Dmitry Dmitrov. A parade formation of remote mining vehicles is entering Red Square, featuring both mining and transport loading hardware. It's the 1st Brest Berlin Combat Engineer Brigade, led by Lieutenant Colonel Dmitry Nuridinov. This remote mining machine is equipped with state-of-the-art control system that provides for fast deployment of minefields of any configuration. On Red Square, the Uranus 9 fire support unmanned ground combat vehicle. Major Alexei Kukushkin leads the formation. These combat robots have passed the necessary tests in combat environments. They were deployed in Syria to assist in a number of special missions. These unmanned vehicles are a perfect fit for any task on the battlefield. Entering Red Square, next is a military police armored vehicle formation with Tiger M, Patrol and Typhoon K multi-purpose armored personnel carriers. This column is led by Major Pavel Maximov. These armored vehicles, operated by the military police, are designed for special operations and combat operations. A parade vehicle formation of the National Guard of the Russian Federation is now entering Red Square. The column is led by Major Alexei Chervev. It features a number of armored vehicles such as Tiger Patrol and Ural. They are meant for civil and combat duty and can operate even in the most difficult environment. Now joining the parade are the strategic missile forces of Russia. It's the Yars missile launchers of the 54th Guards Missile Division. The parade column is led by Lieutenant Colonel Roman Narozhnov. Thanks to its unique capabilities, the Yars missile system can overcome any air defense. Right now, they are the backbone of the Russian nuclear forces' mobile component. Boomerang, a wheeled armored personnel carrier, ends the procession of the military equipment carrying flags of different branches of the Russian armed forces. And now it's time for a flyover. Today, there will be about 76 helicopters and planes. Opening this part of the parade is a group of 3 Mi-26 helicopters. Major Igor Chugayev is leading the formation. Now you can see 5 Mi-8 AMTH helicopters, led by Lieutenant Colonel Nikolai Sergeyev. Next is a parade formation of attack helicopters, Mi-35N and Mi-24, led by Lieutenant Colonel Gennady Golikov. 5 Ka-52 helicopters designed for reconnaissance and attack missions are flying over Red Square, led by Colonel Vasily Teshenko. Now you can see the aerobatics team Berkuti, or Golden Eagles, operated Mi-28H helicopters. Leading the group is Lieutenant Colonel Eduard Kozacek. A trio of Il-76MD military transport aircraft is in the air. Major Mikhail Krasnov leads the formation. Major Andrei Zvekov and Major Ivan Dorofeev demonstrate air-to-air refueling with the Tu-94 strategic missile carrier and the Il-78 aerial refueling tanker. Thanks to mid-air refueling, the Tu-160 missile carrier can perform missions in any part of the world. It's piloted by Lieutenant Colonel Ruslan Khamitov and Major Mikhail Mishin. Next is the supersonic strategic bomber Tu-160, piloted by Major Artur Petrenko. 4 tactical aircraft are accompanying the bomber. Four new multi-purpose fighters Su-35S are now in the air. Lieutenant Colonel Alexei Shkarupa is leading the formation. Formation of upgraded Su-26M tactical bombers is flying over the parade, led by Lieutenant Colonel German Anakhov. Above Red Square, you can now see a group of MiG-31Ks, heavy fighter jets that carry hypersonic missiles called Kinzhal or Dagger. Leading the formation is Major Alexei Belichenko. Next is the formation of Su-57, 5th generation fighter aircraft. Lieutenant Colonel Vladimir Volodskov is leading the group. Flying above the square is a group of 10 aircraft in a combat formation named Tactic Wing, featuring Su-34 bombers, Su-30SM and Su-35S fighter jets, led by Colonel Yuri Gritsenko. Next in the sky, I can see two Russian aerobatics teams, the Russian Knights and Swifts, piloting Su-30 SMs and MiG-29s respectively. They are flying in a unique formation called the Kubinka Diamond. The formation is led by Colonel Andrei Alexeyev. Closing the parade is a formation of the Russian Airspace Force with 6 Su-25BM attack aircraft, coloring the skies over the capital of Russia with the colors of the flag of the Russian Federation. Lieutenant Colonel Vladimir Mordasov is leading the formation. And as the parade is coming to an end, the military orchestra will be performing a special song, "The Victory Never Ages." And now the military band is leaving Red Square. The 76th anniversary parade is over. Happy 76th anniversary of the great victory. Hooray! Glory to the proud veterans of the great patriotic war. Hooray! Happy Victory Day to all Russians. Hooray!
На.
Все нормально?
Отлично. Всё, спасибо.